Hello, welcome back guys with another video. Today we're gonna be dropping a really quick video on this build, Icy Arrow and Frost Shock. Okay, it is a bow skill and a bow gun skill. Um, Either weapons is fine, but I prefer the bow is better. Alright, let's get into it. First things off, weapons. What we want is good bow with crit, high crit rate. And yeah, just craft this out on standard mode. Get yourself a good bow, and then good quiver. Would go with that. It's nice. All right, and then we gears again. It's gonna be um, elemental. It's gonna be attack speed. It's gonna be attack crit rate, crit damage, and and um, and damage. That's what you want to focus on. Okay. So like attack damage, critical damage, attack damage percent, flat, anything like that, gear crit rate, stuff like that. It's pretty good. Okay, that's what you want to focus um, on this build for gears wise. Now we're gonna look into the charms. Charms, you want caster charms. Main priority number one. Number two is gonna be either Maserati or Elisa. Either one's good. And last one would be Leo for projectile. Okay. So then you get the four amplification. So you're gonna get caster. You want caster first because then you take less damage with elemental damage. Okay. Which is really important. And then you want Elisa for the area damage for both skill, and then Maserati for core damage for both skill, Leo for the projectile damage for Icy Arrow. Okay, that's that. You want to focus on crit and then two-hand weapons, and then chance on double hit. Anything like that is good, or crit damage, or you get crit damage. Either one, okay, or crit damage, hit rate will maximize. Anything that's good with crit, because this is a crit build. Okay, there's that. Now we're gonna take a look at the Zodiac. The Zodiac can be play around, but the basis is gonna be the same. The only thing you play around with is gonna be your specialized tree. Okay. So like look into the one. Reason I have 8 there because I have this. Okay. Or you can just go 5 5 or 5 5 6 or 5 5 7. 7 5 5 right here, which is just 3. Or then the second one is armor. Third one's gonna be right here, and then the other one's gonna be right here, and then this one's gonna be here. Okay, it's gonna be right here for that mana return on hit. 6 is gonna be here. You're gonna take this for attack speed and critical hit rate and critical damage, and then 7 you want to take this. Okay, that's 70% damage, 100% damage right there. And then you want to get more area effect for both skill right there, and then 1 point into potion effects enhance, which is good. And then plague on 8 right here. It will take time right there as well. And lastly, penetrations right here, some penetrations just to get this right here. Um, that's for my physical damage build, but that's pretty much the Zodiac. Specialized. So I kind of went for this just to showcase at end game, and when you guys have like convert mana items. So this is this, okay, and then that is that, okay. Reason for okay, let's look at the items that you want to look for. So you get convert mana, right? Items, really important items. So you have the belt, the You got need that belts, which then give you convert mana nodes on Zodiac. Okay, so you don't have to use the convert mana nodes. This is really good. If you don't, then you weren't gonna get the Medal of Penance. It's also give you a lot of attack speed, damage, etc. Uh, with the convert mana effect as well. Either one is good. Okay, but I prefer the belt on standard mode. Um, yeah, cause you know it's hard to find a good belt. So this is pretty good. Okay, it gives you the convert mana. So then what that means is it draws your HP and it gives to your mana. Pretty much it. Okay. There's that. And then we're gonna take into relics. Relics. What you want to have relics is you want to have caster, Leo, and then scepter. You can go scepter first, but you take a lot of damage. So I just prefer caster first, and then Leo, and then scepter last. And then the last one you want to have is um, the cold penetration. Uh, I think it's Aquilius. Yeah, Aquilia for cold penetration. Okay, you want the cold penetration right here from Aquilia. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, there's that. And then masteries. Masteries you want 10, 10, 9, or you can play around and go gear crit if you're not max crit. You can go 9, 9, 9, 10, 10 for damage. Um, if you have a ton of damage amp already, you want more crit rate, then you would go 9, 10, 10. Okay, that's maximum level to 50 enchant. And then for your alchemy, you want to unlock the. I should have redo this as well. Should go 5 here. Go 5 here for potion duration. 5 here for mana cooldown. Um, and then 5 here for potion effect. Again, 5 here for mana effect. And then mana recovery speed. Then I go back to get the HP 1 here, 1 here. Just even it out to unlock the last stage. So then you got this right here. That's the only more important thing. You can also do other stuff too, but I just feel like this is much better because most of the time, 80% of the time you'll be grinding. So just keep doing this. Right, potion effects is good. Cooldown is good. And then there's that. Okay, there's that. So then it will solve some mana problems. Okay. And HP recover problem. So this go to 23, and this is 1,000, which is pretty good. But when you do this, you get that couple seconds of getting basically free skill. Okay, free skill on hit. Okay, there's that. Then we're gonna take a look into. I got everything. The skill. All right, break down the skill. You want icy arrow as your main skill. Then you want to to get into the awaken. The awaken is I prefer Verity over other ones, because the tricky thing about Icy Arrow is though it has projectile tags, you cannot use multi shot or parallel multi shot on it. It's restricted from it. So my best bet is get that extra +2 projectile becomes 3 arrows instead of just one. All 3 will be pierce all. You get damage reduction, but you can manipulate that. Okay, so that be the awakening I would go to towards. Um, and then you got the pierce all, and then the fierce range. Okay. So this is like the full build, right? if you were to take Verity, you must have to take the concentrate area damage to compensate some damage. Okay, 40% is a lot damage dampening, so this can kind of like cover it a little bit. Okay, uh, though if you don't want to and you just want to use just one projectile, but you want the explosion to be bigger, then I would recommend to go the source. Okay, um, source is much better. It has more projectile damage and area damage on top, but the problem is you can't use area effects, so that can get it up to like 200 250 explosion range, um, which is pretty decent. So then you would then use another way you can do this if you want maximum range on explosion, less damage, then you would go the origin. So then you can use the area effect rune with the awakening, and that will bring this up to around 350 400. You see it get bigger when it explodes. Um, we can take a look a little bit. Okay, so there's that. Um, you can play around with that, okay? But if you want lots of damage, this is the one to go for the concentrate area, okay? This is your end game rune setup. So let's take a look. When you max crit, max crit, max on damage and everything that you can possibly can on charms and 4 blessings and relics. So you want spell attack, concentrate area, strike, uh, mana storm, projectile deceleration. Reason why I want to get this is you get the ton of damage amplify on this rune. So if we were to take a look, max cap will be at 26 damage amp, and then with awakening you get additional 80% more. So that's gonna bring this projectile speed down to around fireball fireball range. Fireball would be like 1,000 speed. Um, but the more you attack, the faster it's gonna come out anyway. So it's kind of like, I don't know why they have projectile speed, but it's there. So um, there's that, and the amplified damage elemental. Okay, that's that on that rune. And frost shock. You want the strike, mana storm, elemental. Okay, and find weakness. Reason I'm not crit cap, so that's why I have it. And then you have trick shot and roll for movements, and then you have seal strike. Okay, for more damage, and seal domain for more physical or elemental defense. Source. I went source with seal element. It become a buff, and then of course marksman. You get the projectile amp. Okay. You could get the elemental amp, so both skill get amplified instead of just one. You can do that as well. This one right here. You could use, nope, that's not it. You could use release element. Okay, so you get element amp for both skill. But I just want the damage from icy arrow, because frost shock is just proccing the shock or the freeze effect. So that I can do more damage to cold status monsters that's affected by cold status. This will get more damage on top. Yeah, so there's that. Okay. Like I said, we can take a look at the two. Okay. So that's that. I have hex hands decrease duration for a skill effect that's linked to both of this, and then verity improve time increase duration tenacity, self trust. Okay, that's the setups, and then this, this, and this. Okay, there's that, and then that's the skill setup. Now we're gonna do some testing on damage. I'm staying very far away. Again, now we're gonna go back to playing with the Zodiac, right? If you are having problems with mana, just switch the Zodiac Specialized, but keep everything the same. Everything else should be the same. 1 to 9 should be the same. The only difference is the Zodiac. That's why the convert mana comes to play. Um, when you want to to change it up. So let's see. When we when this is giving you problems with your mana consumptions, switch it up on specialized. Okay, go for trees that give convert mana. There's only two trees right now that give convert mana. That would be the brilliance and dawn. Dawn is for more of attack skill, and brilliance is for more of a elemental spell skill. You can do either one. Um, so we can, but then you take more damage with brilliance. So we can try this right here. Brilliance. I'm showing you guys all three. So you take sharpness, knowledge here. Got two more. I take this. I don't really care for that because that's only first shock. I'm trying to do attack skill, so I'll take that, right? And then I you you don't want to go this side either because this is a waste just to get the 10%. You're wasting 4 points here because the icy shock arrow don't take this. It don't even take the two projectile count. Okay, so I went on this side to get more of this right here. Um, you get 5% from uh, amplifying crowd control, which is good because both skills are ice. So they're gonna do crowd control, and then you get lightning damage on top as well, right? 10% of your damage on every hit. So that then you get a debuff as well, right? So there's that. Okay. You can play with that one. You can see how the mana is a little bit less now because of convert mana, and you're able to use all your skills. Okay. Another one, you can have like all your buffs, right? And you still fine with convert mana. You see you see how that works. Um, you want to able to do damage and skills, but if you have no mana, what's the point? Okay, so convert mana is important to the build. If you're running the first Zodiac with the a lot of effects and area damage, yes, it gives you a lot of damage, but in return you can't use your skill when you're out of mana. Okay, that's another thing you want to consider. Okay, another one. All right, welcome back. Another one we can do is we go Dawn. Okay, now Dawn is a specialized that I like for physical because you don't take a lot of damage from elemental anymore. Um, on top of that, you're basically you're getting attack speed, resource cost reduction. You're getting uplift strike, and then you're gonna get you know attack critical. Um, oh, and then strong wind as well, tempest as well. Tempest is like when you stand still, you gain damage. When you move, you gain attack speed, stuff like that. So. And then you want to go to the other side, Symphony, and then Symphony you can have uh, accurate rat won't give you the projectile count. The skill itself remove all that. So I just take more stack speed and dampening. I can also take this right here for a lot of more damage. See, it's it's again it's decent. Um, you see you attack faster, but at the same time I have no mana issues, and I don't take a lot of damage either, because Zodiac's brilliance make you take a lot more elemental damage for that amount of amp of the 15% amp. Okay, so either one of those, Dawn would be the middle man. Okay, so you got one side that gives you so much damage, but you take physical damage, right? And then one side give you a lot of element damage and extra debuffs and stuff like that, but it gives you it makes you take 50% more elemental damage. So what I mean by that is this one, and it increases your resource cost by 8% as well. Uh, so right here, right, you take more. Same thing with this. You would take more for that amplification. You can also go this one. You're gaining a lot of HP and punishment. This can also be good, but then again, your mana is gonna be an issue because you don't have convert mana. I know this is a long video, guys. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe. Please check the timestamp for details. Um, Thank you so much for sitting here and listening to me talk. Uh, all the subscriptions been really nice. I'm trying to get to the 500 mark. Um, Thank you so much, and 2024 is gonna be good. Have a good one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this build. Um, Again, it's all preference and playstyle. Last one, we're gonna see the range effect. So that's 210. Before it was like 170. So we're gonna see the difference. It gets bigger, right? So you can clear faster, right? It gets way bigger too. If I were to change the Zodiac back to the original, because of all the um, error effect and error amp. Okay, bear with me, guys. Almost done. This will be the last and final. So again, we'll take all this area overpowered, right? And then we take all of this right here, and then we take all of this right here, right? So there's that. Okay. So then there's that with the area effect runes, and this goes to 225, and this goes to 700, guys. It's huge. Okay. So as you can see, it gets larger. Okay. The explosion from frost shock is larger. The explosion from icy arrow is also larger. But the main issue again is my mana issues. Again, what are you at during the stages, and what are your gears looking like? Okay. So thanks guys for watching. I'm out.